Hey guys, what's up? It's TheEpicCuber here, and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to answer some of the questions that you guys left from last month's episode of Epic Solves and Shoutouts. And then, as the name implies, I'm going to be giving some shoutouts to you guys, my most active subscribers, at the end of the video. So I have here my handy dandy phone, and I'm going to go ahead and read off some of the comments from my YouTube channel that you guys posted in last month's session. And before I do that real quick, I want to go ahead and point out what is in the background. Yes, it does say TheEpicCuber. It's part of the room reno that I've been telling you guys about. And pretty soon, I'm going to have that recording setup tour out. I'm sorry that it's been taking so long. I still don't have all the stuff that I need to record with quite yet in my room. So I also apologize for not uploading for a while. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on with the video. Okay, so starting with the one on top, it is from Dominoes at Home. And if I can... Okay, there we go. All right, so first of all, he says, do you watch other domino YouTubers? No, not really. I'm going to be perfectly honest and say no that I don't. But I do like your videos, and I think you do a really good job with them, Dominoes at Home. And I do watch yours. What is your fave cube? Well, that's a difficult one. I'm going to go ahead and say that doesn't include WCA puzzles, because obviously it would be 3x3 because that's everyone's favorite. So if it's not a WCA event, I'd have to say probably the Ghost Cube. I like solving that one quite a bit. Do you have any pets? As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I have one little dog named Maggie, which we also call Schmaug, as in Schmaug the Mighty Dragon from The Hobbit. What is your real name? My real name is Nathan. What is your favorite color and animal? Well, I don't really have a favorite color. I'm going to just say one because, I don't know. Let's say green. Let's go with green. Favorite color is green. And as far as favorite animal, I'd have to go with dogs. They're the most loyal thing that I could possibly think of, and they're adorable and fluffy. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Well, I don't really have a favorite YouTuber. I don't watch YouTube all that much besides some Minecraft videos from some people and some cubing videos mostly. As far as cubing goes, I'd probably say TheEpicCuber is the one who I watch the most. I think that he does a good job with his videos. And then as far as like Minecraft and stuff goes, I'd probably say Ivolistic Squid or something. I'll watch him a little bit. What is your favorite music and TV show? Well, favorite music I'd say would be indie rock is what I like to listen to. I listen to a radio station called Lightning 100 a lot, and I like it quite a bit. And then what is your favorite TV show? I don't really watch TV, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I watch Netflix in the evening, and that just kind of varies for whatever I'm really feeling like. What video games do you play? Now, that's a good one, because I like to play video games. I currently play League of Legends mostly. I like that a lot. I used to be into the Xbox 360 Call of Duty games, but then I kind of quit those for a while, and I also really liked a game on the Xbox 360. Kind of an older game, but it was a scrupulous, spot-on, great game. It's called Burnout Paradise. Really, really love that game. It's just so much fun. If you guys haven't tried that, you definitely should try it if you have like an Xbox 360. I think it's only like $5 to download or something. So it's super cheap and it's like a really awesome game. What is your favorite car? Well, I would have to say that I like the Cadillac CTS. It's kind of my dream car as far as the newer cars go. I think that they're absolutely sweet and they kind of represent class for me. So I'm like, sounds like a pretty legit car and cool to drive and they're fast as heck. So hey, go with it. All right, so that's all that Dominoes at Home had for questions for me. So big shout out to you. Thank you so much for leaving all those questions for me. I really appreciate it. It helps this series to keep on going. All right, next one is from Nolimus. He says, how do you find time to film and edit videos? Well, I got to say it's difficult. I have school, obviously, and then I also have work, and then I also have 3 hours of swim every evening. So that's takes up a bunch of the day, but I try to fit it in and basically just whenever I get a free chance, and then I might stay up late doing homework or something, but it's not that bad. Okay, the next question is from Oh My Cubing, who says, opinion on the Yushin 2x2 and YJ Yupo. Well, the Yushin 2x2, I actually got some of those, and it was another fail unboxing, and it wasn't even a funny one. The cubes were just downright broken. So I didn't make an unboxing on that, and I still haven't quite gotten that solved, even though it's been forever. So it's probably too late now. So as far as the Yushin 2x2s are concerned, it just kind of, not really, because neither of them worked. So obviously they have some issues with quality control, but it's okay. And I also have some YJ Yupos in the Yupos in the mail coming, so I'll be doing an unboxing of those really soon, and then I'll give you my full opinion on that when I get those puzzles. A question from a teddy bear says, "Yo! I'll race you to sub 15. What do you average?" Well, I've actually been getting a lot faster recently because I found a little more time to practice my cubing. I've had several 15-second averages over the past couple days with singles down to 11 seconds, so I'm super happy about that, but normally I average around 16 nowadays. And as far as racing you to sub 15, sure, why not? Let me know when you hit it, and I'll upload a video when I hit sub 15, alright? Alright, next question comes from Emily M, and she says, "Why did you start cubing?" Well, it's actually kind of a weird story. Well, not weird at all, actually. My mom decided to put in as a stocking stuffer an old Rubik's Cube, original. It's terrible. It turns absolutely horrible. It has zero corner gutting, and it's absolutely the worst cube that I have in my collection. But hey, it's the one that I started with. It took me about 4 months to figure out, and then after that, I started looking up tutorials and getting a lot faster with the actual Rubik's solve. So she says the rest of it is I solved my first one this past summer on my incredibly vintage cube. Well, that's kind of the same for me. It's just a terrible puzzle. And that was before Rubik's 2.0 came out, and it was all cool and fast and tiled and all that good stuff. And I said that I probably wouldn't try it again, but I did and discovered that I love cubing. Same. I tried it, and I was like, you kind of that moment when you solve your first puzzle, and you're like, oh, I'm scared to try and scramble it again because I'm scared that I won't solve it again. So far, I've been solving New Island Phoenix 3x3, but I'm looking to get another style of cube. Any suggestions? Another style being a different solve. Oh, gosh. Let's try that again. Another style being a different size puzzle. I'd go to a 4x4 and a 2x2 after that, because 4x4 is actually pretty different, and 2x2 is just, it's really easy. You can use it using beginner's method, and I'm sure that you will solve it in no time. And I also have a tutorial on my channel if you want to go ahead and check that out. I like the Moyu Ling Po as far as the 2x2 goes. That's my main. I know that a lot of people like the Diane Zanchi 2x2. That's also a very good puzzle. So one of those two I'd recommend for you. I don't really have any of the newer ones, so I can't say it quite yet. But after I get them, maybe I can recommend them a little bit better for you. And then as far as 4x4 goes, I would say the Yushin 4x4. Hands down, absolutely love that puzzle. It's my main. Turning is great on it. Alright, so that's it for her questions. Time to move on to the next person. Next question is from cbrown23. I'm sorry if I pronounced that name wrong, and also for anyone else who I pronounce the name wrong, because I'm sure I'll get a bunch of them wrong. So I'm sorry about that. But anyway, what he said, at least I'm assuming that you're a he. Sorry about that if I'm wrong. But what he said is, do you think cubes such as 8x8, 9x9, Fisher Cube, etc. should be a WCA event? Personally, I don't like solving larger puzzles. 8x8 and 9x9 for me, it just kind of gets laborious after a while. So I'm wondering if that would... for me, I'd say probably not. Because it would take a while and just kind of prolong the actual cubing competition. And I'm not that into it myself, so... I know that the world doesn't revolve around me, but obviously. But if other people wanted it, then sure. But as a personal preference, I would say probably not. What do you think is the fastest possible time for the 3x3 single ever? According to Speed Solving Wiki, it is currently 2.98. 2.98. Let's go with that. NSW-ish-Cuber says, how many puzzles do you have in your collection? I currently have, I want to say, mid-50s, somewhere around there. So not the hugest collection, but I'd say pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Next question is from Chaos Cuber, who says, who is your favorite YouTube cuber? Again, I'd have to go with JR Cuber, as I kind of answered along the same lines earlier in the video. Names. Okay. Alright, so the next question is from Konorlax Gully. I'm gonna go with that. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Do you scube? Sort of. I have one scube in my collection. It's a Moyu scube. And if so, what do you average? I currently average around 10 to 13 seconds, somewhere in that area. Last competition I was at, I think it was a 12-second average, 13-second average, somewhere in that general area. I don't practice it ever. It basically just kind of sits on my shelf. I really like it, though, and I'd like to get more into it, but I just haven't quite yet. And if you do cube, what is your main? Well, it would have to be the Moyu one, because that is currently the only one that I own. Okay, so the next question comes from Bruce Newlands, who says, have you ever used Lubrical Speedy? No, I have actually not. The only thing I've actually had is just Weight 2. I've gotten some Maru Lube on the way, so I'm going to try that out. I'm really not that experienced as far as lubrication goes, and I know generally how it works, but I don't really know what it feels like in the puzzle. So I got some more on the way, and we'll see how it goes. Next question comes from Tanky Cubed, who says, what is the biggest cube that you own? Highest layered and most expensive? Well, I currently own relatively cheaper puzzles. I don't really know the price tag because from this point, I mostly collected my expensive puzzles from Christmas gifts or birthday gifts or stuff like that. The biggest layer I have is actually 7x7. I haven't gone any higher than that, and that one's even a little bit long for me because I'm just not very good at it. I want to get the cubic Aofu pretty soon, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet because currently I only own the Shengxiao, and maybe after I get the cubic Aofu, maybe I'll get into it more because the same thing happened with the 5x5 when I got the Yushin because I like that one so much more. And probably most expensive, probably the 7x7, but if not, then it's either the Ghost Cube or the Gear Ball, Mefford's Gear Ball. So not really expensive puzzles, but good puzzles just the same. Next question comes from RF Cubing. What lube do you use? Well, as I said earlier, it would just be the Weight 2. So I'm hoping that I like the Maru Lube. I hear that makes a puzzle really, really fast. But personally, I don't like super, super fast puzzles. I like them a little bit slower so I can get a little bit more look ahead. Next question comes from TheEpicCuber, who says, also, where did you learn to solve a Rubik's Cube? Where did you learn CFOP? And how long did it take you? Well, as I said, I had my Rubik's puzzle for 4 months, and I had a little pamphlet that said all the algorithms in it, but I had to learn how to use those. So it's like, I can halfway say that I figured it out, and on the other hand, it's like, well, no, I didn't. I had a cheat sheet. So it took me 4 months anyway. I solved my first puzzle on April 1st, and that's not a good day to solve your first puzzle, because that, if you don't know, is April Fool's Day, and that's where basically everybody just pulls a bunch of pranks on each other and tells, like, little lies for a joke reason, and if you send a picture to any of your friends, they're like, hey, it's April Fool's, we don't believe you, but hey, whatever. Anyway, next day when I solve it again, they're like, okay, we believe you, but hey, whatever. And where did you learn CFOP? Oh, I don't remember his name. Online. I learned it on a tutorial. I don't remember the name of who I learned it from, but yes, I learned it online from a tutorial. And how long did it take you? CFOP, learning all the algorithms took forever, because, I mean, that's full PLL and OLL and all that good stuff for you, but I don't know full OLL, but I know full PLL and I know quite a few OLL algorithms. And that just takes forever. And then F2L, in order for it to get good, you always have to practice it quite a bit. And next question, what the heck is a question? Next question comes from Adam Boqueg. Again, I'm super sorry if I'm saying all these names wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, just my bad. He says, you probably get asked this a lot, but I am planning on starting a YouTube channel for cubing. Any ideas of how I can get it growing fairly fast? First thing I could say to you is try to be as original as you can. I know that's really, really difficult because all the puzzles, everyone does kind of the same thing. And I'm guilty of it, kind of copying other ideas from other cubers and stuff like that. But try and make stuff original. Also, look for a need in the community. If there's a tutorial on a puzzle that you're not really sure is clear, or you think that could use a tutorial to make it a little bit better, then make a tutorial on that. But also, I'd recommend that you make some videos as testers before you make a video that you're going to think is super, super popular. 1 or 2, because I don't care what you're going to say. When you start off your first video, you're going to be super awkward behind a camera. And that happened to me from my first video, which also happens to be the most viewed on my channel, is also the one that is absolutely the most awkward. So, yeah, I mean, just go ahead and try and find stuff that people haven't done before, make tutorials and stuff that you can make it better. Also, comment on a bunch of the big YouTubers' channels, and maybe people will notice you and click through to your channel, and also set it up to where it looks professional. I don't I don't have it set up to where it's a bind large. Oh, like this video, like this video, like this video. I have mine set up to where it's like, okay, you have the main video on front, which is like the channel trailer, and then you have all the other videos in the playlist below it. So I look up a tutorial on how to set up a YouTube channel to make it look a little better and do that. And then the first impression when people come on the page, first impression is everything, and hopefully it'll be good. Again, I'm not that big of a YouTube channel, but I think it's growing and it's doing really well. So a big thanks to all of you for doing that. Next one is from ry4n.ns. And he says, what is your personal best? Sorry if you have already said it. No need to be sorry. It's always good to ask questions. My personal best, I think, is a 9 point something. I don't remember it off the top of my head. 9 point something. Anyway, if you're wondering about my personal best, you can go ahead and have a look at the descriptions tab on my page on my YouTube channel. So if you go ahead and click over that, you can see it from a mobile phone or anything. It has all my personal bests on there, as well as all the shoutouts that I've given from this Epic Solves and Shoutouts series. Next is from the TheEpicCuber, and he says, what is your main goal for cubing? To entertain you guys. To be perfectly honest, I just love puzzle. It's more of a hobby at this point. I really enjoy it. I love to entertain you guys. I love to make videos. It's just really fun for me to do. And hopefully you guys do enjoy watching the videos. And so my goal would be, I'd love to be sub 10. I would love to average around 9 or 8 seconds. That'd be absolutely amazing. And if I put my mind to it, I'll get it. It might be a little while, but I'll get it. Next is from Sir Cubes a lot. Do you have any... I'm sorry, I just love that name. Do you have any sticker mods or shape mods more? Well, I read that desperately wrong. Do you enjoy sticker mods or shape mods more? Shape mods, I'd have to say shape mods. I don't really have any real sticker mods. I like shape mods though. They're good fun to solve. Next is from TC Cubes, and she says, how much time per day are you able to find to cube? Well, when I originally made this video, it was like no time at all because I was super busy. But recently with work, I'm allowed to actually bring my puzzles in and kind of solve when no one's in the store. So I can go ahead and solve puzzles in there, so I just run through a bunch of averages, and that's the reason why I've been getting faster. I've been able to find a lot more time to solve. So I know that that's kind of not an exact answer, and it's kind of like a dodge question because I can't put a real number to it, but a reasonable amount. I just solve when it's in free time and when I can have a little bit of fun with it. So I go ahead and do that. Next question is from Funny Lolly. How long do you spend every day cubing? Same as last question I just answered. How much do you spend on cubes every year? Well, considering the fact that I've only been solving for coming up to this Christmas will be when I got my first puzzle, and that would have been 2 years ago. So I definitely spent a whole lot more on cubes this year. I've recently gotten a couple sponsorships, so it's getting cheaper, and I'm not going to put a real price tag to that, but you guys help, and other websites help, so that's cool. And let's go on to the next question. What was your first cube? Again, it's this terrible Rubik's Cube, absolutely horrible. What is your most challenging puzzle? Ghost Cube? What was your first solved time? 4 months. What is your favorite puzzle? Non-WCA, Ghost Cube. Do you practice non-WCA events? No, besides the casual solve. Do you practice bigger cubes like 6x6 and 7x7? No, I don't. I'm terrible at them. What is your least favorite WCA event that you participate in? Pyraminx or Scube, I'd have to say. Mostly because I'm just not good at them. What events would you like to be at WCA events? Well, obviously the ones that are already all there. And then... yeah, I'm going to go with that. Maybe Rubik's Magic back. That would be cool. Next question is from the TheEpicCuber again. And he says, what are some of your favorite puzzles? 3x3, 2x2, Pyraminx, Megaminx, etc. What are your times? How many different types of puzzles do you have? What do you think I should call the wall on... I think that you should call the wall of most epic people on your channel. Kind of butchered that. But anyway, 3x3, Moyu Hualong. 2x2, Moyu Ling Po. Pyraminx, I only have one and it's the Meffords. Yeah. Megaminx, I like the YJ Yoo-hoo. I think that one is really fun. We have just reached the end of all of our questions. So a big thanks to all of you for leaving all those questions. That is absolutely insane how many of you guys left, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So definitely go ahead and comment, hopefully just as much as you did last month's episode, and in the description of this video, and then I can go ahead and answer them in the new year starting 2016. So I'll go ahead and answer those. Also, in addition, I'd like you guys to leave your New Year's resolutions if you do that, so I can go ahead and read through them at the new year, and that would be super cool if we can do that. If you don't want to, that's okay, just don't post a comment. But if you want to, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. And now we have just reached the part of the video where I can go ahead and give you guys a shout out for the month. So I'm going to go ahead and take the video over to the wall of epic people, or I'm going to think, I kind of was brainstorming some ideas, and I think I'm going to call it the wall of epicosity. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to go ahead and go over to do that now, and let's get on to the shoutouts. Alright, so we have now reached the part of the video where I can go ahead and give you guys, my most active subscribers, a shout out. And if you don't know what this is basically a place where I just reward you guys, again, my most active subscribers, for commenting kind things on my videos or sending some fan mail or something like that. And just basically a way to give back to you guys. It is kind of hard to pick a winner for this month's episode because I've only uploaded once this month, I'm kind of ashamed to say. But I will go ahead and pick some people and put you guys on the wall of epicosity. So let's get started with the first shout out. Alright, so the first person who's going to be added to the wall is actually my old man. And I want to give him a shout out because he tried really, really hard and he learned how to solve the Rubik's Cube. And now he can do it successfully on his own without my help. So a big shout out to you and good job. And I originally thought I wasn't going to give it to him because he's not really a subscriber, but then I'm like, yeah, he is. He's one of my biggest supporters, so he definitely deserves to go on the wall. Next shout out goes to a teddy bear, and he's just been commenting on a lot of videos since he has found my channel. So a big shout out to you, and thank you for all your nice comments. Sadly, we have just reached the end of this super long video. I hope that you guys did enjoy, and if you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. And if you like more content, please subscribe. And also, have a very Merry Christmas, and don't forget to leave your questions for next month's episode. I'm the TheEpicCuber, and you have an epic day. Bye!